So my experience with Your Smile Direct and the aligners. I've currently got the final tray in, which is tray 11, and that's this one. Really happy with it. I think it's completely worth it, and I'd recommend it. Basically it cost about, in total, about £1,500, but you can do a deposit and then pay off a certain amount each month, which I'm still currently doing. I mean, it does hurt when you've changed your tray. You change it I'm very conscious of the lisp now, it's fine. You change the tray every 2 weeks, and you have 10 trays to change. So it took about 5 months to do it. I started on the 11th of Jan, I finished on the 16th of May, and then after that I've been on this final tray, which is more robust, more durable. When you change the tray, the first few days it can be quite sore. I mean, when you first put them in, it's like you're having to push them in, and yeah, it can really, sometimes it can really be sore. And then for 3 days I found that it was sore to take them out, put them back in, eat, take them out, put them back in. But then after that it's pretty easy. It might be easier to have softer food when you're eating in between, when they're sore, just to get you through that phase. I also changed the tray at night time, so then during the night it would do most of the work, but I'm not sure if it makes much difference because it was still pretty sore when I did it in the daytime. So at the end of this video I'm going to insert like little clips and pictures of the journey of me putting the trays in, just so you can see my journey through it. And there are a few clips missing, but oh well. I think for me, when I was looking at the trays and seeing which one looked the straightest, I think tray 7 was where I was like, I'll be happy when I get to tray 7. And even when I got to tray 7, I was still a bit of a perfectionist, and I was like, still not quite there. But I think, and even now I've got my final tray in, I can still see when I don't wear it like one night, and throughout the day I can see there's a slight movement, which is kind of annoying that there's still a bit of leeway. It's been 3 months since my final tray where I've been wearing this every night, but perhaps I need to start wearing it throughout the day, and then it will be completely solidified. There's not always that constant push every night time. It needs to be set like that for a really long period of time. So I would advise just to power through daytime as well, to wear it, and then yeah. Because I did find in tray 10, because there was a bit of a gap, there was quite a wait for my final tray, this one, because I had to like pick it up and stuff. That was my error though. So with the 10th tray, I found that I could easily pick the tray out with just my tongue and just sort of lift it out, and it was quite loose, which meant that the teeth had kind of stayed in that position. So that makes me think that I need to do that with this tray, and it will be like easier then. Hygiene wise, they say not to clean the retainers with toothbrush and toothpaste, and to be fair, I didn't do that. I just sort of washed it and I brushed it just on its own with no toothpaste, but it would create this like cloudy effect on the retainer quite quickly, which to be fair made your teeth look a bit whiter at times. But I think during those 2 weeks you're not really going to be using it for a long amount of time, so I think cleaning it is okay with toothpaste, but then again they're not as robust as this, and if you break a tray you might have to revert back to that previous tray, and that could well affect it. But I think the odd time here and there is okay, just to like get it really nice and clean. The lisp at first was pretty big, because I'm not sure whether it's because the teeth were fairly wonky, so when the tray went in there was a lot of space taking up in my mouth, or the lisp was so strong because my mouth just wasn't adjusted to what was going on there, and it needed that time, because that's something to think about. When you get it, you've got to be aware of, you're going to be in pain, you're going to be uncomfortable for a few days out of those 2 weeks at least. You're going to have a lisp, and you've kind of got to think to yourself, this is worth it. It's really not that bad. And this is the kind of lisp that I've been having with this. You see, it's kind of like when I say change, it's like that. I'll take it out now and let you see the tray. And yeah, also when you're in public and you're about to have dinner and you forgot to take it out and you can't bother to go to the toilet, they also say to like wash it and brush your teeth every time you take your tray out. It's not, I didn't bother with that. You just kind of rinse your mouth out so there's nothing to like obscure, nothing to get in the way of the retainer when it goes back on your teeth and to make things uncomfortable. And also it is nice, it's much more hygienic to clean your teeth before you put them on because there's nothing setting there. But if you're going to brush your teeth pretty soon after, or you just had dinner, you pop it back in, you're brushing your teeth later, it's not really that big a deal. In public, I'd get a tissue, a napkin, and take the tray out like so. Done, top tray. Ow, I scratched my gum that time, but easy peasy, and you get used to it, and the easier the tray is to take out, the quicker that happens. Also, when you take your tray out, you need to ideally have a case. I got a bit cocky with it, I guess you could say, with the retainer, and I would kind of just like shove it up my sleeve, put it in really random places when I had no pockets, and at one point I left it in a napkin on the side on the table in a restaurant. As I went to the toilet, the waiter came by and picked it up thinking it was rubbish and put it in the bin, and that was my final tray, and I was obviously just really stressed out. I asked the guy and he had to rummage through loads of bins, and we rummaged through the last bin together and we found it, and I was absolutely overjoyed, and I had to give it a good clean in just like soapy water, and it was fine. So that's the only problem I've had with it. I'd had the fear that I'd lose it or break it, and I was fine with it, but yeah. So these are the trays. Then, I mean, you get the odd mark with them, you get the odd weird like collection of stuff, and you need to give it just a really good clean. But yeah, these are more robust. That's what they sound like, if that matters. And I'll show you when I pop them in. These are my teeth. Nice and straight. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. And then it's a bit more fuller in the mouth. I can feel it in my face. Yeah. And then out again. The only reason you really, I mean, if you don't use a napkin, you get the saliva just kind of having a party on the way out, so just get a napkin. And just always rinse it or dry it there and then when you've taken it out, because it's just gross. Yeah, and customer service wise was pretty good. You could always chat to someone on the phone and they can sort out anything that goes wrong. I didn't find any difficulties like teeth bleeding or anything, and anything like that. It was just the discomfort of them being sore to begin with, and having to pull them out. It was like really hard to get them out at first, and then as the week went on or so, it would be a lot easier. That was the only issue, literally. That's it. You get all the trays sent to you in one big pack, and with a little leaflet that comes with it. These are all my old trays. getting a guide, and you have all the packs in there. These are all my old retainers, really weird to look at them now. And yeah, it's pretty exciting. Just keep focused and be present with each tray and let it do its thing. Don't, I mean, I found that it actually went quite quickly, like, oh, suddenly next tray, next tray, next tray, and now look, like I'm buzzing, like I'm really happy, love it. And yeah, just keep them nice and brushed and they get nice and white. I use charcoal non-fluoride toothpaste, and it's delicious. It's from Holland & Barrett and really good. Eco-Dent. Anyway, yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was helpful. I'm not going to give you like a close-up of my teeth because I think the, you know, the quality of my teeth is not what's important. It's the shape, okay? And I think it's pretty shapey. So yes, you're welcome. And the next clip is going to be just me changing my trays throughout the weeks and finishing on my 10th tray. So yeah, enjoy that and take care. Like and subscribe if you like this video because it helps support my channel. So see you later, alligators! Oh shit, that's pretty good actually, isn't it? Sorry, what? Sorry, what? No, this is not good. Actually, that's how far I could bite. I can't put it in my mouth. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, V, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Okay guys, it's tray 3 time. I've just given them a wash and I've taken out my other ones, and I'm scared. Because last time it was snug. Bark. Bark. Not too bad. Oh. Right, it's now time for tray 4. I feel a little bit poorly and I'm really tired. So let's do this because I don't think I've got much memory on my thingy either. This is going to be a sore one. They're getting there, they're getting there, they're getting there. Hello. This is my 8th tray. This is my 8th